Well, good evening. I don't have a microphone, so I'll project as best I can. This is the fifth grade band. We will be playing two songs from you from their book. We've made it to page 16 as of this point of the year. I know, big improvements. So we will be playing our two songs out of here. One will be called Michael Finnegan, it's number 44. And we will also be playing Baja Breeze, which has also been called Baja Blast a couple times, which is number 47. And then we will have two songs for you out of our packet that I found when I was getting bored of the book around Christmas time. And they found things out of there that they really liked, and I'm sure you will too. So we are going to start with Michael Finnegan. audience will be happy when now we're done with that. Although it was a really cool piece, and I definitely will be doing that again in the future in like 6 or 7 years. But up next we have our jazz band. So our jazz band is usually made up of 9th through 12th graders. We have a couple of junior high people joining us in here. And if you notice, we had a very, very tall 6th grader. Back in the background, that was actually Mr. Frownings. He is the choir director. And he played percussion in high school and a little bit in college too. So I was able to convince him to come and play some of our more unique percussion instruments for the 6th graders. And then we also had a couple of junior high that were sitting in with our 6th grade to give a little more balance to that low end, because we are blessed with flutes in 6th grade. So we are going to do jazz band now. We are going to start with Spring Awakening, and then we will do the Blues at Frog Bottom, which are both by Bruce Pearson, who wrote this book that they will be playing out of. And he has written so many pieces of music. And he has written the Red Book, which all of our beginning band kids play out of. So we love Bruce Pearson here. So we will get started with our songs. Right? Are you tuned? Okay. Well, we will get started. So without further ado, here is the BHS Jazz Band. Alrighty, junior high, you may make your way to the stage. So up next will be our junior high. That is grade 7th and 8th. They have band either 5 days a week or 7 days, 2 or 3 days a week or 5 days a week. It depends on if they split band or choir, which they are allowed to do on 7th or 8th grade, or if they decide to just biff it up the stairs, or stay in band with me all 5 days and just get to be in the very loud room all the time. But going back to our jazz band meets at most twice a week. And I would say it's probably been more like once a week for the last couple of months, just with prom and all the different things that the students are involved in. A lot of the students that were in the jazz band, especially the juniors and seniors, this is their second or third instrument that they are playing. So the fact that they're willing to come again during the day, and either before school at 7:30 or during 8th hour, or sometimes even after school, and play even just a little bit more, really warms my heart because I get to see them more often. And it's another chance for the seniors to get more music in their day. So still coming on stage is the junior high. They are by far our largest group. Just as we are blessed with flutes in 6th grade, we are blessed with percussion in this class. You may be seated. So we will be playing 3 tunes for you. We will be playing excerpts from Harry Potter. We will be playing Down by the Sally Gardens, which is not from a movie, I'm sad to say. And then we will also be playing The Incredibles. You got that order? Okay. All right, so we are going to take a quick tuning note, and then we will get started with Harry Potter. we had two soloists. They didn't know I was going to do this. Carson and Thomas. Ha 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 ha. Stand up, smile. Yeah! They're so mad at me. But I bet they thought I was joking when I first asked. I was like, you know what? I'm going to ask them to do a solo in class. And then I never stopped asking them to do the solo. So I am so happy with how it turned out. That was awesome. And then we also had a big feature in our clarinets in the last two songs. Can we get a round of applause for them? They've absolutely killed it so far. So if you've been to our concerts in the past, the jazz band usually plays in what we call the pit, for pit orchestra, not because it's like underground. So the reason that they're not this year is because we have enough percussionists that I could have two drum set players. And so both of them are on stage. So if you hear a lot of drum set, that's why. But we are going to finish up the junior high portion of the concert with the Incredibles, and then we will do a quick senior recognition, and then the senior songs, and then you can go get ice cream. Okay. So as we are having the mass exodus of the stage, the senior high will be coming in shortly, and then we will be recognizing our seniors. It's not going to get any easier. Every year I'm here, I can tell. So I will go get them, and then we will keep the show rolling.
this is my group of seniors. If I don't seem excited, it's because I'm very mad that they're leaving. I have only been here for 2 years. This is, well, obviously my second year, but I've only been here for 2 years. But they have been just completely awesome to work with. I was blown away by the talent and the hard work that had already been done by the time I got here. And it's safe to say that these girls have not stopped that tenacity and that wanting to make everything sound good and putting in the dedication and the time, coming for nearly all of your lessons, some of you. And they are in jazz band, they are in pep band, they are in sports up the wazoo, they are on the courts for all the different celebrations, they're in pay, they're in everything. So if you're in a sport, please raise your hand, dance included. If you play at least more than one instrument in a band, raise your hand. Oh, poor Sierra, she's our lead trumpet player. They have just been incredible, and I will miss them all so much. I keep trying to be like, what are you doing in college? Does it include music? It should include music. So far, I've only gotten, I think, Sierra to bite on that, but I'm still gonna work on it. But I am going to share our winner of the Sousa Award, which is a peer, nominated award. So it is something that all of the students in this band had the opportunity to submit their votes, and then I gave a little spot for them to leave comments, and which I will not share because I would probably start crying because they were so sweet, and it's obvious that they think a lot of all of these seniors. But a little bit about the Sousa Award. Since its inauguration in 1954, the John Philip Sousa Band Award has been given to thousands of outstanding high school band students for superior musicianship, leadership, dependability, and loyalty. The Sousa Award is the most prestigious award for high school band students. So, without further ado, the person who won and was voted to receive the John Philip Sousa Award was Sierra Seafeld. Sierra is our lead trumpet player. She's also the president of band. She is the lead trumpet player in jazz band. It's very obvious if she is not at a pep band, and we will miss you all so much. And please try to keep making music. Okay, I'm not gonna talk anymore because I'm getting sad. So, they're gonna go sit down, then we're gonna play Disney, and then we'll play Dies Irae. So, stay tuned. So that was about 8 minutes of playing. The recordings are usually like 8.5, but I think we might have gotten in under 8. I'm gonna give them like a couple minutes of a chop break by thanking you all for coming tonight. This is much better weather than the freezing cold one that we had in February. But thank you so much, parents, grandparents, aunts and uncles, third cousins twice removed, for coming and supporting all of these students in their musical journey and career for some of them, growth for others. It is so cool to see a town so supportive of their arts program. Just thank you. It warms my heart to see how supported these kids are in everything that they do, and especially in music. I also want to thank the staff in Barnesville, specifically my principal, Mr. Brian Strand, the choir director, Mr. Froundings. He's only been here a year, but he's absolutely killing it. And the choir concert's in May, so don't miss it. And also Jeff Nibby, Alyssa Nibby, they are the king and queen of the pack, so all of this would not be possible without either of them. And then once again, thank you guys. Thank you for signing up for band, all of you. I appreciate it. Look forward to seeing you next year. Yeah. Okay. Once again, thank you for coming. We are going to be closing out the concert with Dies Irae. It is from Verdi's Requiem. It will be very familiar to a lot of you. You might not know why, but I can guarantee you've probably heard it. And then I have to say it, I think these kids do deserve ice cream. They put in a lot of effort over this year. And, oh, I heard a yeah, Mom. That's it. It's also something my band director used to say in high school, so I kind of have to. And Dairy Queen sounds really good right now. Okay, so we are going to finish out with Dies Irae. Thank you for coming, and I hope to see you all again in a concert in the future.